Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, how dare you? It means you're not subscribed to my channel. And why is that? If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Retha. If you're seeing my face for the second, the third, or the fourth time, it means that you are a returning subscriber, a returning viewer, and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in once again. So today I have something exciting for the beginners. I have a makeup class today. We're going to do step-by-step tutorial on how you can achieve these eyes, how you can blend this eyeshadow so beautifully, as well as all the brushes that I'm going to use. I am going to explain each use of each brush, so you definitely want to stay tuned. You want to hit that post notification bell so you're notified anytime I post another makeup class, another story time, whatever it is that I've got up my sleeve. Let's jump straight right into our first makeup class. You guys, today we're just only going to be focusing on the eyes. I am going to give you guys the full details, full techniques, all the tips and tricks, as well as the details on all the brushes that you need to achieve any eyeshadow look. So just the basic brushes that you will need to achieve any eyeshadow look. Before we get into that, just prime my eyelids. So the most important thing when you want to do your eyeshadow and you want your color to pop, especially your matte shades, your shimmer shades, really, you have to use a concealer. Your eyeshadow needs something that it's going to stick on, you know, so you definitely need a concealer to get a clean canvas for your eyes. And I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one is in the shade medium beige. The lighter the better. Just going to blend this out. I did give it just a little bit of time, just so that when we blend it out, we don't lose that concealer. Please look at this. This happens all the time to my brushes, and these are new brushes, so, and I don't have tape, so girl, we just gotta do what we gotta do, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with my banana powder, any setting powder, translucent powder that you have. I personally like to set my concealer before I go in with the eyeshadow. I find that the application of my eyeshadow is just so much smoother. Today I'm going to be doing an ombre look. I'm going to show you guys how to blend a few colors together. I want to quickly show you guys as well just the basic brushes that you need to create your everyday eyeshadow looks, whether you're blending different shades, you're using one shade, two shades, three shades. So if you are a beginner and you want to get into doing your eyeshadow, or you've already started doing your eyeshadow and you need to know which brushes that you need to buy, first of all, I got these brushes from Take a Lot, and these are all the brushes that you basically need to do any eyeshadow look. So the first brush that I'm going to show you guys is the biggest brush out of the set. So this is a big fluffy brush, right? This is the one that you use to create your crease area if you want it to be blown out. So this is a big fluffy brush, so you definitely need a big fluffy brush to be able to blend out your edges and blend out your crease. And then we've got these two fluffy brushes as well. These two brushes, they are about the same size, but as you can see, this is bigger. This is much bigger, but they have the same density. They're both blending brushes as well to blend out your crease. These are smaller, so these you get way more control than with this. If you don't be careful with this big brush, your eyeshadow might end up just under your brow bone, which is not something that we particularly like, or rather I particularly like. Then the other blending brushes that we have is these much smaller blending brushes. Please don't mind the colors of the brushes, it's just, you know, me using them over time. So these are the two blending brushes that I use if I want precision and detail. As you can see, it's a very small brush compared to this one compared to these. So these are my detail brushes. When I want to get right into the crease area, these are the brushes that I use. These are small detail fluffy brushes. That's all of my fluffy brushes. That's what I use for my crease area. The next brush that I have is this big, it's sort of like a fluffy flat brush. It looks flat on the side, but it's also like quite fluffy. That I use for matte shades if I'm applying them on my lid, directly on my lid, and I'm not doing a cut crease or anything like that. I just want the matte shade to appear really soft. Then I use this fluffy brush just to put that matte shade all over my eyelid. Then we've got these two flat brushes. These are flat. Can you guys see that? So this one is big, it's huge. Honestly, I hardly use this one, but if I wanted to cover more area quickly, I would use it. And then there's also this one, which is much smaller. I use this one a lot if I've done a cut crease and I want to place my matte shade or my shimmer shade. Even if I don't do a cut crease, I'll usually use my setting spray on the brush and then go into the shimmer shade and just place it there. So flat brushes also very important, so that you can have precision to place your shimmer shade or your matte shade directly on your eyelid. The last brush that is very important is obviously a thin flat brush. Can you guys see how thin that brush is? If you want to do a cut crease, you need a flat brush. This is the same brush that I use to shape my eyebrows. Also use just normal soap that I use on my face, like Dove, to wash my brushes, and then I make sure that I rinse out the soap completely so that these fluffy brushes don't stick together, because usually I've noticed that once I don't really rinse them out completely, then the brush does stick together and then it's not this fluffy and it's just a mess. Today I'm going to be using a really old eyeshadow because this is the only eyeshadow that I have that has these pretty colors. The bright yellows, the orange, the pinks. This is the only eyeshadow that I have that really has bright colors. I don't buy a lot of eyeshadows because I always find that it's like literally the same color or the same tones over and over again. So I would say you need 3 good eyeshadows. One with some bright shades, one with neutral shades, and one with some cool tones, period. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my big fluffy brush, grab my big fluffy brush, and I'm going to grab this mustard shade right here, and I am going to place that shade only in the front of my eye. So I'm just going to place that shade right here. And because I'm using this big brush, I would have loved to rather use the small detail brush, but because I'm using this big brush, I'm not going to blend it out. I'm just literally going to place it right here. Really just want to really take your time with eyeshadow. Just a quick mini story time. You guys know me. You guys know me in story time. I always got a story girl for everything. So when I started doing my eyeshadow, learning how to blend colors, or I don't want to do my eyeshadow and then it looks bad and then I have to go out. So I would never ever do it in broad daylight. I would always do it at night when everybody is sleeping. I'm busy learning how to blend eyeshadow shades, girl, watching YouTube videos and busy just blending eyeshadow shades together. So that's how I learned how to do it. So if you are a beginner as well, definitely at night, you know, while you're watching Skim Sam, while you're watching the Queen, whatever it is, just sit there and take some concealer, put some concealer on your eyelid. I've done that. Just practice. You can watch my video and just do exactly as I do. You won't get it right the first time, but I promise it will get better as time goes on. And I'm making sure that when I'm blending it in front, my circles are really small. I'm not exaggerating them because I don't want the eyeshadow to go all the way up to my brow bone. So not brow bone, all the way up to my brow. So I'm just making small circles just to make sure that it's blended. I'm gonna go into this bright orange right here. I'm just going to place that orange shade right next to the yellow and sort of like also blending it into the yellow as well. It all the way into the yellow because we don't want to lose the yellow. So I'm going to go back in with that brush that we used for the yellow and just make sure that we're not using that yellow shade that the mustardy shade that we started with. This is one of those trust the process situations. You need to trust the process, okay? So I'm going to grab my biggest brush and I'm just going to go into this bright pink shade right here. So today I'm gonna cut my crease, and this is where our flat small brush comes in. Sorry about that. I like to pinch it just to make sure that it's extra flat. And then I'm just going to pick up that concealer, and I know we're looking crazy right now, but honey, you gotta trust the process, right? And then I'm gonna look up, and then it tells me where my cut crease should be. So that's where my cut crease is gonna be, and all I have to do is just now connect that line. And all that I do with my cut crease is I just stamp. This is a great technique for beginners. It's only when I get here that I will just drag it a bit using the pointy part. I don't like the really like huge cut crease. I don't think it looks good on my eyes because I do have chubby eyelids, so I don't like. So for the crease area, I'm gonna go in with a dark purple to blend into our pink, and I'm going to take this smaller brush. And I'm just blending it right into the crease as well. So at the beginning of the video, I did mention cool toned shadows, and this is it. And I'm just going to pick up this shade right here. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up that same brush and just make sure that everything is blended. This is not an eyeshadow brush, it's more of a lip brush, but I like to use it for like precision. And I'm just going to go in with like a white shimmer shade and just add that in front like that. I'm gonna take it right on the edge of the cut crease. This is where we're at with the eye, and I'm just going to go in and finish it off with a nice wing. Let me just go and finish off the left eye, and then I will come back and finish off the rest of the look. So I'm back. I finished my other eye, and then I also just finished the rest of my face. So I'm gonna take my white kajal liner and just place that in my waterline. This is from Essence, and I love a white eyeliner because can you guys see the difference? It opened my eye up so much. Okay, and then once I've added that, I'm gonna take this small brush. There's another brush that I have in my routine, but this one I just got from a Revlon palette. I want to take this, what's this color, like a sky blue type of color, and I want to put that right in my waterline. I hope this works out. Make me curl my toes. And then I'm just going to take my highlighter shade and just highlight my inner corners. I keep it nice and so I'm gonna go in with my setting spray and just set my face. Let me see, everything is done. Okay, I'm just going to finish off my eyes. I forgot I haven't put on eyelashes. Like, what's wrong with me? While I wait for my glue to get tacky, I'm gonna go in with mascara in my lower lash line. Done with my eyelashes. I'm just going to do my lips. Just going in with some gloss to finish off my lips. Okay, beauty, so this is the end of our first makeup class. Yay! I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you most importantly learned a lot, took one or two things from this makeup class. If you do know somebody who's interested in maybe brushing up their makeup skills, somebody who wants to get into makeup, somebody who's a beginner as well, this is mostly directed to beginners. So if you do know somebody who is a beginner, definitely send them through to my channel. We have a lot to learn. Okay, we have a lot to get through. I am going to do as well highlight and contour for beginners, foundation routines for beginners. So we're gonna do everything. We are going to cover everything with the makeup classes. So you definitely want to smash that subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so you are notified anytime I drop these makeup classes. Okay, good. Anyways, I do hope that you have a beautiful day further wherever you are. My name is Retha girl and I'm out.